Welcome to Camp Randall Stadium. I'm Jake Edmonds alongside KBYU reporter Zach Brady. Zach, you cold yet?
Yeah, just a little bit.
It is freezing here. I should have worn gloves. So what can we expect from this game tomorrow?
You'll see pink on our sideline reporter, Jake Edmonds, who is the third member of our broadcast team tonight. Jake, what do you got for us?
I am wearing pink. I made sure to wear pink tonight. I did talk to Coach Judkins before the game. One of the biggest question marks coming into tonight was whether or not Morgan Bailey would be able to play. I'm really excited for the activities this week. I love homecoming week, and I love that it leads into a football game on Saturday.
Kim Beeson seems to be the X factor that really can make the difference.
Yeah, the team kind of lives and dies on Kim. Obviously, Jen's great down low. Lexi's going to get her points. Kim is kind of more of the leader of the team, and the thing about Kim is that she's very resilient. Whether you're listening on your computer, to your phone, or just in the car, it's on the airwaves every morning. But what really goes on inside the new radio show BYU Sports Nation? Well, let me show you. Your fifth straight double-double. How do you feel you're doing this late in the season and your team is doing so far?
No, I think me and my team are peaking kind of in the end, and which is what we want.
I was also in the wrong picking Utah State to beat BYU. That's why I have my one loss. I'm still 3-1. Also, some breaking news out of the NFL. San Francisco wide receiver Michael Crabtree, it's reported that he tore his ACL, so he'll be done for next season. New segment now on the tube today, top 5 plays of the week. Let's go. Number 5 is the end of a wild one deep in the heart of Texas. Alani Fua undercuts the route with less than a minute left. That is poetry in motion, folks. Inside Big Blue, preparations are being made. The crew is working on building graphics, making sure everything is technically ready for the game. Harrison Collier is producing the game tonight. What does a producer do?
The producer's in charge of the look, the feel of the show.
A few timeouts ago, Portland was emphasizing pushing the ball and speeding up the pace. BYU's timeout, they were saying you need to slow things down. Okay.
Toss to Jake on both timeouts.
Let's go to sideline reporter Jake Edmonds. Jake, what'd you find out during that last timeout?
Yeah, I've noticed a difference in strategy so far in this game. Portland, a couple timeouts ago, they were trying to push the pace. BYU, on the other hand, said to slow things down. The fact that they made it to the Sweet 16 again this year without Jen Hampson, and then that she's going to be back next year with Whitney Young. This team is going to be unstoppable, I think, next year.
For more on that, we go to the third member of our broadcast team today, Jake Edmonds.
Yeah, Spencer, you talk about that heartbreaking loss last week. Coach Judkins says 2 things need to happen this week that didn't happen against Utah. First, Jen Hampson needs to own the paint. She needs to be able to demand the ball inside the post. She was just 3 for 11 last week with 9 points. And then the second thing is Lexi Eaton needs to not force things inside. Coach Judkins says she needs to let the game come to her. She led the team with 20 points last week, but it was on 6 of 19 shooting. So if those two can improve their game this week, look for a bounce back game today, guys. If you've ever watched a live sporting event on BYU TV, you've seen the final product of an entire crew working to bring that game to your living room. But with all the action you see on your screen, there's actually a ton of work that goes on off camera. Here's a closer look at what happens behind the scenes at BYU TV. It's game day for the BYU women's basketball team, and before the ladies even start warming up here at the Marriott Center, the BYU TV crew is already setting things up. Meanwhile, back at the broadcast building, our very own Spencer Linton is prepping for the game tonight. He's going to be calling the game. So how much work do you actually put into these kind of games?
I would say, depending on the game and the scenario, how many people are going to be working and are involved, probably between 6 and 8 hours of just preparation. You kind of have to do a mass preparation, and then you probably use, 10 to 15% of everything that you study.
Normally we shoot out of the broadcast building, but today we're going to be shooting out of what we call Big Blue. It's basically just a portable version of what we use back at the broadcast building. Inside Big Blue, preparations are being made. The crew is working on building graphics, making sure everything is technically ready for the game. Harrison Collier is producing the game tonight. What does a producer do?
The producer's in charge of the look, the feel of the show, in charge of the making graphics that help tell the story of what people want to know about the different athletes. I'm also in charge of calling different replays and showing the different looks that the viewer will see at home.
It's the Portland Pilots and BYU Cougars next on BYUtv Sports. Our sideline reporter, Jake Edmonds, who is the third member of our broadcast team tonight. Jake, what do you got for us?
I did talk to Coach Judkins before the game. One of the biggest question marks coming into tonight was whether or not Morgan Bailey would be able to play. A few timeouts ago, Portland was emphasizing pushing the ball and speeding up the pace. BYU's timeout, they were saying you need to slow things down, including shooting the ball, free throws, just slow everything down.
Okay.
Decent shot.
Be ready, voice of Jake. Toss to Jake on both timeouts.
Let's go to sideline reporter Jake Edmonds. Jake, what'd you find out during the last timeout?
Yeah, I've noticed a difference in strategy so far in this game. Portland, a couple timeouts ago, they were trying to push the pace. BYU, on the other hand, said to slow things down.
3, 2, 1. Take it, Master. Hey, great job, everybody. Great job. Thank you.
So there it is, a behind-the-scenes look at a live BYUtv Sports production. Be sure to catch all of them live on BYU TV or at BYUtvsports.com. Jake Edmonds, BYUtv Sports.